Hi, I'm Adriana, and you're watching the Spiritual Awakening with Adriana channel. The question of what happens when you die is the most important question you can ask in the end. And this is why the topic today is what happens when you die, and do you even die? Do not get me wrong, this view that science holds now that we die and that is it just makes me angry. This view makes us nothing more than biological waste. And yes, universe has its rules and we all contribute while we are here, but think about it. Does this entire universe existing only has goals that are so poor, so little, that the beings of this universe just live this meager life, and I'm counting humans and all other living beings among them, and we're only a biological waste when we die. Okay, we have children, we leave our work, we leave our books, we leave music that we make, but it is really very sad, and it just does not tap into what life really can be, and how you can think about living in another dimensions, living in another ways. I think that the question of what happens when you die is the most important question, and we will all find the answer one day. And I'm coming back to the simulation theory today. Again, I believe that the simulation theory can give us answers to the most important questions that we have. Question of who we are, what is the end game of our existence, where we are going, because I do not believe that the end game is just to die and be in a grave. I believe that consciousness, what we are, our set of values, our character, what we hold dear, what makes us who we are, survives. You can call it spirit, you can call it understanding of ourself, whatever you want to call it. I believe that we are in something that has the more majestic end game that one could ever imagine. I do not know what happens when you die, and I hope that for a long time I will not know, but I really believe that you can find your own answer that can support you in this life and in living the life of your dreams. This answer that you give to yourself will basically be your ultimate moral compass. Not in a sense that you will go to hell if you are bad to somebody, but because you have to be able to live with yourself to eternity if you do bad things. In the end, it is important to be gentle to yourself and to love who you are. In this life, you must do as many good as you can. Love people and learn as much as you can. And when you are finished with this physical life, you will know which is the ultimate truth, and this is why it is easier to die than to be left behind. Lying under the stars, we are all wondering what happens when we die, and what big world is out there that we know nothing about. And believing costs you nothing, but can mean the difference between a life that has no purpose and life that has love and purpose in abundance. My belief is that we survive physical death and evolve into a different level of consciousness. And I believe that this level of consciousness is not natural phenomena. I believe that it is arranged by beings that created the simulation that we live in, this reality that we live in. If somebody is bugged by the term simulation, we can call this our reality, but this reality is definitely not all that there is. There is definitely a divine plan, there is definitely something much bigger going on, and answers that we are seeking are not in the end so much spiritual, but they are also technological. And one day our technology will be advanced enough and we will be able to create complex simulations, to create realities for other kind of beings. And even today that we are looking at technology, we can see that simulations that we run on our computers are far more complex than they were only 10 or 20 years ago. We have still not solved the question of consciousness. So basically, to try to illustrate this, when you're playing Sims game, maybe there is some kind of consciousness in those characters. We just don't know. We really don't know basically even what creates our consciousness, why we are conscious beings. So basically in the end, it all comes down to the question of where we are coming from and where are we going after we are done with this physical existence. And I think that the answer to the question if we ever do die or we just keep on living in some other form is a crucial question. An answer to this question changes your entire view on life that you are living. If you believe that this life is finite and will end at some point, you might be more ready to give up on living your best life and just setting for living that is devoid of hope and beauty. If you believe that you will live forever, some petty little things that make us worry and that make us behave in ways that make us so small will just cease to have any control over you. You will live your best life knowing that this life is just a phase you're going through and that there will never be an end to the opportunity to evolve and ascend, to transform into a better human being. The question that I'm asking today is crucial to life. And I think that each and every one of us must work on our self-development so that we can evolve our consciousness and transcend just this physical life and belief that this physical body, this reality that we are experiencing is all that there is. The life is beautiful and precious, and what we call death is just our door to the new dimension where there is no biology that will fail us. There are no worries. And there are so many opportunities to be so much more. But why wait? You don't have to wait to be dead in order to become so much more. You can already live your life like it is an eternal life. And even if we do really die and our consciousness just dissolves and we cease to exist, then the question is, if you only have this one life, then you have even more reason to leave some nice footprint on this earth, to be kind to everybody, to be grateful for everything that you have, to be delighted by life, to live every day like it was your last life, last life and last moment on this earth. In the end, however you want to view these questions that I'm asking today, will end up with the need to evolve and to develop yourself, to become more and to be more than you can ever imagine. I just throw some ideas around often in my videos, and I hope that you like it. I do not pretend to have all the answers. I'm asking more questions that I'm giving answers to. And the reason is that, I'm just another human like you are. I'm not some prophet that you should be listening to very intently. I want to share what some of the things that I have become aware of with the world, and I hope that you like my approach. If you don't, please write me the questions. And I will try to answer and be as blunt as I can. I'm quite a blunt person, I must say. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe if you still haven't. Hit the little bell that appears when you subscribe to the channel. And have an amazing day. Live your best life. Work on yourself. And I will see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.